It's Justin Bieber reportedly tearing through a suburban L.A. neighborhood at breakneck speeds in his Ferrari. So fast, in fact, several neighbors reportedly called the cops on him. Now, Bieber has been making headlines for all of the wrong reasons this year, and we've been following. Back in January, he was busted allegedly smoking weed. March 5th, the Biebs ticked off fans in London. He showed up 2 hours late for a concert. Days later, on March 8th, he nearly attacked a paparazzo in London, saying he'd beat the bleep out of him. Now, Dr. Drew, a lot of people have explained all this away as, you know, just a young superstar doing what young superstars do. But I need your professional opinion. Does this latest incident fall under that umbrella, or do you think there's a whole lot more going on to Bieber's bad behavior here?
Well, I would say there's actually no such thing as the umbrella you mentioned, because people with celebrity are at higher incidence for mental health issues, higher incidence for narcissistic personality issues, higher incidence for substance issues. And so when they do act out, it's not because they can, it's because they have an underlying psychiatric or psychological problem that is now being acted out in front of other people. Had he been just another 19-year-old driving fast, of which there are millions, we would not be analyzing this on a showbiz show. And again, he is no different than any other 19-year-old. It's not as though if I were to evaluate Justin Bieber, I'd have to pull out the Justin Bieber manual or the celebrity manual. They're the same as every other 19-year-old. However, they have opportunity and money and circumstances that allow them to act out in ways that may progress to a greater extent and, of course, always attract the attention of the public.
Well, okay, in light of all that, I'm now going to ask you the most important question I've ever asked you. We see him driving fast and furious. At least his neighbors are apparently seeing that. I may have the lead on Justin's next job. Just roll the video here, Charles. I'm not going to bring it up full. But Drew, what do you think? Bieber reportedly speeding through the streets. I mean, can you, like me, see him maybe starring side by side with Vin Diesel in the next Fast and Furious film? Come on.
I'm sure he'd love it. I'm sure it'd be great for him. Might be a way to get some of that out of his system so he's not doing it in a tiny little neighborhood.
I was going to say.
But in all seriousness, I mean, if Justin is struggling, we should be thinking, you know, in terms of him getting help. And poor Justin, you know, his mom has been very public about her history with depression and other issues on that order, where she's written a book on this issue. So not only being raised by a mom with depression, but having that genetic heritage, this may be the manifestations of that. We can just all hope that he's getting help with this.